The 730 Project, day 139. Today I got to introduce some kids to music medicine, and they seem to get it. I mean, not that I didn't think they would, but they seem to like really get into it, and that was fun. That was exciting. Uh, what else was I thinking of? I made notes for myself because and then of course I forgot. Of course, the notes are on my phone that I'm recording the video on, so yeah, I guess that doesn't really help me all that much, does it? So there was the music medicine with the kids. Um, I know I'm gonna forget one. Um, oh, so I met someone who was asking a lot of get to know you kind of questions and was asking me about how my partner and I met and where, because like when I tell part of our story, people oftentimes are curious about more. And like when they say, well, where did you grow up? I grew up here. I lived there most of my life, but then I met my partner and I started moving different places. And so they're curious about that. And as I described all the places that I'd lived and all the things I'd done since I met my partner, they said, wow, I really, that's amazing. I really want to honor your journey. I mean, you've experienced more since meeting your partner than a lot of us do in our, lifetime. And believe me, I know there are other people that have had a lot more experiences, a lot more travel than I have, but I never really looked at my own situation like that. So that was an interesting perspective, and I'm gonna have to let that settle a little bit and see how that feels. Because part of that, honestly, uh, there were times when my partner and I were living away from each other, and initially it's like, do I, you know, am I doing this because I don't want to see my children? I don't want to see my partner very often. Well, no, of course not. Um, but it's also that's shaped the person that I am today. Getting a little mushy with my words there. So I have to respect that. Um, anyway, I'm gonna let that kind of sink in and see how that feels. It was definitely a perspective I had not taken on my own journey, I guess. So something to ponder, I suppose. The other thing I was thinking about today is how amazing it is. I like, and I've had these beliefs for a long time that we are all born into this life with gifts to share with the rest of the world. And sometimes, we just never know. Sometimes those are meant for, maybe one person or two people. Maybe it's meant for small groups of people. Maybe it's meant for the entire world. We just don't know. But it's almost like, it reminds me of I don't know, it's a line from a movie or a TV show or something. And I'm kind of paraphrasing, but it's almost like the universe says, all right, kid, this is what we got for you. See what you can do with it. Like, um, you put a bunch of Legos in front of somebody. It's like, look, this is what you got. What can you make with this? And that's like what our lives are. And the challenge for us though is figuring out what those gifts are, remembering what those gifts are, and then figuring out how to share them. Because if we don't share them, then truly the entire world misses out. Because each one of us has a unique perspective on things, and the gifts that we have to share may be similar to someone else's, but no one can share them in exactly the same way that we do. It's all unique. So we got work to do as human beings to get all this figured out and shared and bring humanity to someplace different, hopefully someplace good and enlightening. So, getting off the soapbox now, though. So, this has been, did I say day 139? I think so. I never remember. I need to write it down and have it in front of me when I'm doing these videos, but I haven't done it yet. So, this has been day 139. I will be back on day 140.